Hello everyone, have a pleasant day. This is Dr. Srimati from Dr. Ambedkar Global Law Institute, Tirupati. Today we are going to see the preparation of the apportionment of overhead expenditure. So in the last video we have seen how it should be apportioned. That is how the total overhead expenditure is divided into different departments. In today's class, the actual problem we are going to see how it is going to be divided among the departments. Let us see with the problem. Kumar Limited has 3 production department A, B and C and 2 service departments D and E. So the following figures are extracted from the records of the company. So there is about expenditure and rupees. Rent and taxes 5,000, indirect wages 1,500, depreciation of machinery 10,000, general lightings 600, power 1,500, sundries 10,000. Following further details are also available. This is a table which gives the basis, okay. So basis on which the apportionment to be done. So floor space in the square feet. Total floor space is 10,000. In that various department how much they are occupying they also given. A, B, C, D, E. So 2,000, 2,500, 3,000, 2,000 and 500. Light points. Total points 60. For department A 10. Department B 15. C 20. D 10. E 5. Then direct wages. Total wages 10,000. A 3,000, B 2,000, C 3,000, D 1,500 and E 500. Then horsepower of machines. Total 150. A 60, B 30, C 50 and D 10. There is no machines in service department E. Then the value of machineries in rupees they have given. It is totally 2,50,000. Department A 60,000, Department B 80,000, Department C 1 lakh and D and E 5,000 each. They apportion the cost of various departments on the most equitable basis by preparing a primary departmental distribution summary. Primary means we are just going to divide it to all the departments, that's all. We are not going to take it over the service department expenditure to production department. Let us see the problem, how it should be done. Solution, primary overhead distribution summary. That is what we are going to do it, right? So we have to divide the columns. First column is item of expenditure and the second column is basis of apportionment. And the next column we have to put total expenditure column, okay. And then rest for the departments. Production department A, B, C and service departments D and E. Let us start with the first expenditure, rent and taxes. How it should be apportioned to the departments? It's on the basis of floor space. So the total floor space is 10,000 square feet, right? So it should be divided among the departments in certain ratio. How the ratio you have to divide? So that should be divided. 10,000 should be divided for A 2,000, B 2,500, C 3,000, D 2,000, E 500 square feet, right? So this is we have to divide. Take the least, that is department E 1 portion means department D 4 and department C 6 and B 5 and A 4. So we are just simplifying it, okay. The square feet we are just simplifying into the ratio. So 4:5:6:4:1. In that ratio we are going to divide it. So divide the value of the total expenditure. Rent is 5,000. That rent total expenditure of 5,000 should be divided in this ratio. 4:5:6:4:1. So 5,000 we are going to divide it 1,000, 1,250, 1,500, 1,000 and 250. So this is how we have to divide it. And the next one is indirect wages. The total indirect wages is 1,500. How it should be divided among? So it should be divided among the direct wages. So the direct wages, how they have given? So again 10,000 total expenditure, total wages is 10,000. So here we have to divide it again. See, 6, 4, 6, 4, 1. So in this ratio we have to take it. So 6, 4, 6, 3, 1. In this ratio we have to take it. So 1500 we have to divide it as 450, then 300, then 450, then 225, then 75. So this is how we have to divide it. And next one is depreciation on machinery. The depreciation of machinery should be valued, distributed among the departments in the value of machinery. Value of machinery is 2,50,000 total. So it should be divided among the departments in the ratio of 12:16:20:1:1. In this ratio we have to divide it. And then you can easily divide the amount 10,000 to the departments in this ratio. And then next one is general lighting. The general lightings we have to distribute according to the light points. The total light point is 60. So that should be divided to the departments in the ratio of 2:3:4:2:1. In this ratio we have to divide it. And next one is power. And the next one is power. The total expenditure is 1,500. So that should be distributed according to horsepower of machines in the ratio of 6:3:5:1. In this ratio we have to divide it. And sundries. How the sundries should be, that is sundry means the remaining expenditures, total expenditure. Okay, so this should be done according to the direct wages. Okay, so the direct wages already we have calculated 6,4,6,3,1. In this ratio we have to divide it and give. And the next one is wages, direct wages. This direct wages is not given in the problem, but we have to take it from the service department which we have apportioned. That is, in service department how much the direct wages it is? It is about 2,000. See, department D 1,500 and department E 500. This 2,000 rupees should be distributed to the other departments. Okay, so here other department in the sense service department in this ratio. So the same value as such. So direct wages, according to the allocation, how it has been taken, the same method. The total value is 2,000 and then department E is 1,500 and department E is 500. Why it is so means when it is not reapportioned to the production department, then finally it should be absorbed by the department, by the output. Okay. So suppose if you are ignoring this direct wages of this department, service department, it will result in an absorbed expenditure. So it is about very easy, but the thing what you have to know is you have to know on which basis it should be distributed and then how it should be divided, the calculation, how it should be absorbed in various departments. That ratios you have to find it. So it is, instead of taking the full value, it is better to have simplified values so that it will be easy for your calculations without making any arithmetical errors. Okay, so that is why I have explained you how it should be taken by simplifying the values. Okay, hope you understood. Until the next, it's bye from Srimati. Thank you.